Translocation of the body of Saint Stephen the Archdeacon. We celebrate on this day the translocation of the body of Saint Stephen the Archdeacon and first Christian martyr. That was more than 300 years after his martyrdom, the reign of Emperor Constantine, and the spread of the noble worship. Saint Stephen, the striver and martyr, appeared several times to a man called Lucianus. He was from a village where the honored body was buried, known as the village of Gamaliel near Jerusalem. He told him his name and where his body was buried. That man went to the bishop of Jerusalem and his informed him of what he had been seen in sleep. The bishop rose up, took with him with two bishops and the people of the church, and went to the place where the body was. The dark day ground and a mighty earthquake took place. The coffin wherein the holy body was lying was revealed. Some sweet and precious aromas came out from it. They heard voices of angels praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, God will toward men." This praise was repeated, and the bishops bowed down before the coffin. They carried they carried it away with songs, hymns, and candles until they came to Jerusalem. Later on, a man whose name was Alexander and who was from Constantinople built a church for Saint Stephen in Jerusalem and placed the holy body in it. 5 years later, Alexander departed, and his wife buried him by by the side of the coffin of the saint. 8 years later, Alexander's wife decided to go to Constantinople and wished to take her husband's body with her. She came to the church and she took the coffin wherein the body of Saint Stephen had been laid, thinking that it was the coffin wherein was her husband's body. He carried it away up to Ascalon, and from there she embarked with it in a ship to Constantinople. In the middle of the sea, she heard singing and many praises coming from the coffin, and she marveled. She rose up and examined the coffin, and she realized that it was the coffin wherein was the body of Saint Stephen, and this was the will of God. She gave thanks to the Lord and went on her way until she arrived in Constantinople. She went to the emperor and informed him about what happened. The emperor, the bishop, priest, and the people of the city went forth to the ship and carried the coffin on their shoulders to the royal palace. God made manifest many signs both on the ship and in the royal place. They laid the holy body on a litter carried by two mules, and when they came to a place called Constantinus, the two mules stopped. They, when they beat the bulls, they did not move, but they heard the voice of one of them saying, "It is meet to place the saint here." All those who saw and heard this marveled, and they knew that he who had made the donkey of Balaam speak was he who had made the animal carrying with the body of the saint to speak. The emperor ordered that a church be built for the saint in that place. They laid in it the pure gem, the holy body of Saint Stephen, the apostle and the martyr.